Hello everyone, welcome back to the Reclaimed Ranch. My name is Tara. If you're new, welcome. And today we have 5 different projects that I pulled out of my inventory. And these actually I bought wholesale to sell in one of my booths. And they're just a 5-hole sugar mold. And they come with a really dark stain on them. So I used the Easy Off oven cleaner technique to take the stain off. And if you haven't seen that before, I'll link one of my videos that shows you that procedure. So I did that, and then I just sanded it down a little bit to make it smooth. I used the Fusion paint in the color Parchment, and I gave it 1 coat. And now I'm just taking my little finger sander and distressing back some of those edges. And then I bought these lavender picks from Walmart a couple years ago, and I'm just putting 1 little sprig in each hole. I didn't put any floral foam in there because sometimes I want to be able to take those out and put candles in there. So this next project, a friend of mine gave me a bunch of these springs that came out of a couch, and I'm going to make a little bird's nest to go on it. So I've got some moss from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just take little sticks and sprigs from out in my yard and stick it in there, kind of make it look a little bit more natural. And then I do have these little tiny eggs that I got off of Amazon. I'm going to put 3 little eggs in there, and I'm going to decorate this up just a little bit. This is some lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to just take little pieces and tie them to that top rim, and just to kind of give it more of a shabby chic look and not have it so bare. And then I'm just placing the nest on top. I'm not going to tie it to the spring at all, and I'm just going to put a little bow on the front and have a little tag just to kind of make it a little bit more cute for the spring. And the third project here, I have this little wooden paddle I got for a couple bucks at a thrift store, and it's a natural color. I'm just going to leave it that way. And then this is one of my favorite IOD stamps. I love this Birds and Bees stamp set. So I'm going to stamp a bee on one side and a bird on the other. That way you can change it up for decor. And I'm going to just use the black ink from IOD and stamp it on. Make sure to hold it down with one hand while you press with the other. And then I always use a baby wipe to clean my stamps off right after I'm done. I am going to dry it a little bit with my heat gun because I'm going to flip it over and work on the other side. I didn't want it to smear. So I picked a bird out, did the same thing, hold it down with one hand, use the other to push it down, and it makes a beautiful imprint. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of greenery and some twine to dress up that handle. So this 4th project, I got this clock at a thrift store for $8. It's definitely broken, does not work. So I'm going to disassemble it, and I'm going to just make it kind of a spring decor piece. And this this paper was actually really hard to get off. It took me quite a while. I had to use my scraper. And then once I got that off, clean it up really well, and I'm going to be using the DIY paint in the color Skeleton Key. It's a really pretty blue-gray color. And I put like 1.5 coats on there because I was going to be distressing it back a little bit, or not distressing it back, but I was going to be dry brushing some white linen on there. So that kind of covers some of the spots that I missed. And it brings out all that really pretty detail in the leaves and around the face of the clock there. And And then on the inside, I'm going to take a piece of craft paper. I was going to use the white side, but then when I flipped it over, I'm like, it actually kind of matches that color. So we went ahead with that color. And I'm going to use Millet's Pages IOD transfers. So I'm going to pick up some florals and a couple butterflies. Use my little transfer tool to push it down and adhere that to the page. I love this transfer set because it has so many little pieces in it that you can just make your own designs and stuff. It's kind of fun. And then I'm going to be using the DIY liquid patina to place that on the inside of the clock face. Place that down in there. I used my heat gun to kind of take some of those wrinkles and bubbles out, and then I'm going to put a coat of liquid patina over the top and then let that dry down. And then because it is DIY paint on this piece, I do seal the entire piece with the liquid patina. And that piece is done. And the final project for today, we're going to be taking this piece from IKEA. I got it at a thrift store for a few bucks. Looks like a milk jug to me. And it's got that kind of a textured look to it. And it is pretty slick, but we're going to be taking this crockery stamp set and I'm going to be placing one on the front side of it, just on one side, and that way you can turn it around if you don't want to see that. So Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab taught me this trick. You take a piece of tape and you stick it on the back, and then you fold the two sides in and you place it down on your project, and then it will hold it in place. So you'll see here, not everything turns out perfect in one shot. I went with the China blue color, didn't like it. And so we're going to go in with black ink. And when I pulled it off, it wasn't the way I wanted it. So I again went in. You have just a few seconds before that ink starts setting in really well. So third time's a charm. Just kind of went in real ginger and used my heat gun to kind of dry it on there a little bit before moving it around. And then here are the final projects for today. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel. It helps it grow. Like and share. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'll be back here on Friday with probably some more flipping because I have a lot of stash to get through. So I want to be able to go thrifting again, and in order to do that, I told myself I have to get through my stash. So you'll be seeing a lot more of these kind of flips and makeovers and DIYs in the near future. Have a good week, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.